So Gaffer, we sit here ahead of Wimborne Town visiting Meadow Park on Saturday, but last Saturday we travelled to Birmingham to play Solihull Moors. After a hugely promising start to the game and Darren Carr being sent off after 20 minutes, we couldn't quite get the goal that we needed, and then in the second half Solihull capitalised and we paid the ultimate price. How do you see that game?
Yeah, you're spot on with your assessment of the game. We've watched it back. The game plan was superb for the first 20 minutes. I felt that we nullified Solihull's strengths. They play a certain system which I alluded to prior to the game, and I felt we matched them and more. You look at the opportunity that Cabs finds himself in, Reedy back post header, Corey with a great shot and caused boot issues and made a great save. The sending off, I think it played into their hands a little bit more. I felt that we probably think that we've done the job with 11 v 10 and we definitely didn't. We adjusted things at half time, spoke about where we needed to affect them. I think we were, as much as not scoring, we were very much settled in their half. I think Solihull were quite content with going 0-0, and obviously we go and concede the goal in the manner in which we did, leaving it down to Adam Rooney, who's hit probably the only part of the goal that you could hit, and they've gone and got 3 points. So bitterly disappointing in terms of, I felt the performance overall deserved more than the loss. But unfortunately, I keep saying, you can't perform like you did at Wrexham, you can't perform like you did at Solihull and have no wins on the board in terms of them 2 games. So for me, we need a little bit more killer. All week, all we've worked on is final third. Entries, manner in which we get into the box, filling them 4 zones as we like to do, and hopefully we get the fruits of our labour tomorrow against Wimborne.
So you talk about the game plan, and obviously it seemed to work excellently up until the 20th minute. Obviously things play into our hands at that point. Upon reflection, do you feel we needed a change in game plan at that point, or do you feel that we executed what you wanted but we just wasn't as clinical as we needed to be in the final third?
Bit of both. I look at me personally in terms of our shape. Could I have changed it, gone to a back 4 as such, but high and wide fullbacks, because we could have dealt with Rooney with a 2v1. I have to say we had 2 or 3 gilt-edged chances second half. They've got to be goals. So, excuse me. I take ownership in terms of the game plan. On Tuesday, and we've addressed it with the group. On Tuesday we played Kings Lynn. We were 2-0 up. They had a man sent off, and it was quite nice, pretty. Played in front of them. And I was really content. Why? Because I thought we're saving our legs for Solihull. Don't really need to penetrate them. They weren't coming out and squeezing us. And I felt on Saturday, it had that similar mindset. And for me, I said to him, you needed to show a bit of killer. You needed to continue doing what you was doing like you did in the first 20 minutes. And then go and, step on the gas and go to the next level. And we didn't do that. And then they scored a goal in the 76th minute. And we go up 2 stages. And it's like, that impetus, that energy to go and get an equaliser, that mindset should have been off as soon as Carter went off the pitch. And that's something we have addressed and we've discussed. Like I said, at Kings Lynn, we had 2 golden opportunities with Reedy with 2 headers. We didn't take them. Glucan for Kings Lynn wraps the ball across the face of the goal, and they could quite easily be 1-0 up. And at Wrexham, we have 2 or 3 very good opportunities. We don't put them to the sword. Reece Hall-Johnson goes and scores the goal, puts them 1-0 up. And I've addressed it, spoken about it. When we scored the first goal, 54 points last year. 54 points when we scored the first goal. Changed the outlook of the game. Teams have to come at us, and we love that. So in terms of that, it's something we've addressed as a group. And like I said, we take ownership, myself, Dodsey, in terms of what we said to the group, how we want to plan, and how the game changes, whether it's in our favour or not in our favour, and we have to evolve on the sideline. So, totally take and appreciate the comments with regards to could we have changed it on the sideline. Address that. But we feel that we've had large parts of the game, we've controlled it, we need to be better in the final third. So we've addressed that all week. The boys have probably felt it's quite repetitive, but it's all about hitting the back of the net, and that's what they get paid to do.
So we fast forward to this weekend and we have Wimborne Town visiting us in the FA Cup. The FA Cup is returning, and obviously in your 5 years at the club we've experienced the highs of Blackpool, but obviously the lows of Northwich Victoria and Southport. How important is it to the club, especially in the current climate, financially, but for the town and for the fans, that we provide an FA Cup run?
Hugely. Financially, the chairman's all about the glory. And he says that to me all the time, all about making memories. Gutted, because I remember it so clearly, sat in the old changing room over there, having the interview with Dion Dublin and discussing the pre-match prior to Blackpool. And then the double change in Blair Turgott and Dan Holman. I was a genius. But Blair Turgott goes and scores, Dan Holman goes and scores the winner. And the camera pans out and we see an old friend of ours, Mario Noto, of his little boy over that stand. And then it pans back to the fans behind the goal. Yeah, and the elation was amazing. My hair on the back of my neck has just gone up because of that memory. And I'm gutted. I'm absolutely gutted. We can't share them moments with fans at the minute. That's a big thing for me, that generating the buzz about town. That's massive. For me, Wimborne, tough game. I'm beaten in 5. We all know the rules. Form guide goes out the window. League status goes out the window. We need to be professional. But I want to taste what we've done against Blackpool. Get to Coventry and do better. I most definitely don't want to have that bitter taste of Northwich Victoria, for sure. And no stone's been unturned for this game. We've watched them Farnborough. We've watched them Western. We've got a report on them with Maidstone. Yeah, they're going to be tough opposition. We need to ensure that we're on it, and they need to match our levels. And for me, if we start like we have against Wrexham, Kings Lynn and Solihull, we need to have killer. We need to have that ruthlessness and that clinicality in the final third to put these to bed. And I'm not saying that's the case in any way, shape or form. Got a great player in Holmes. Struggled 2-3 years ago, was in the National League. We haven't. Got a young lad on loan from Bournemouth that had the best game of his life against Maidstone, saving 3 pens in the game. They score an 89th minute winner against Farnborough, and I'm watching the footage. Their togetherness is frightening, absolutely frightening. So they'll come here tomorrow, their game's raised up a couple of notches, and they're going to put on a right effort to get through to the first round proper. So I'm not foolish. Dozzie's not foolish. This dressing room can't be foolish to assume that we're going to turn up tomorrow. It's going to be all one way. We need to ensure we're on it from the off. And like I said in my pre-match notes for the programme, we've prepared like we would do and have done against Wrexham, Solihull, Kings Lynn and Halifax against Wimborne. I've rang 3 or 4 managers at that level. They've spoken to me in depth about what they offer, how they offer it up. And I know Holmes, very good player, played for him in midfield. Sinclair, the left winger, bright, clever. Shepherd, pest. Like I said, Struggle played at the National League 2 years ago. So for me, yeah, we need to be right on it. And going back to your question, all about glory. Yeah, lovely, brilliant. Get to the third round, get some money in for the club. Absolutely amazing. But imagine going to Chelsea for the chairman. That would be some memory.
So you talk about the breadth that Wimborne possess. Obviously, they're a team coming here in form. They come here off the back of a win at Western, away to Western. They also beat Maidstone on penalties after coming from behind, so they're obviously capable of a giant killing. Has that been stressed to the squad, how much of a threat they pose and what they could come here and do?
Yeah, so we've done analyst sessions yesterday and today, as we would do, debriefing their game against Western. They have a no-die attitude. Never say die attitude. It's honestly what I watch, because in the Western game, for large parts of the game, Western controlled it and should be 2 or 3 to the good. Then Wimborne go and get a goal, like they did against Farnborough, 82nd minute, 89th minute winner. Have a never say die attitude. And in a cup game, it's not bad mentality to have. So the longer they stay in it, I can imagine the better they'll feel. I said to the group, whether we win it 1-0 or 6-0, lose ain't on the cards. It can't happen tomorrow. There's going to be a banana skin in that FA Cup draw. Yeah, we're not it. And I've stressed that all week. They know how I feel. And I need to get that mentality into the group. No matter what, we do as we say on the tin. Week in, week out, we deliver on a performance. Whether you're Wimborne or Notts County, you have to perform. You have to. And like I said to the group today, I want to go on a cup run. I've got a fella in Matt Reed that went to the quarterfinals with Lincoln in the FA Cup. Why not? Macclesfield, 6-7 years ago, played Notts County in the 4th round. Sutton played AFC Wimbledon and Arsenal in the 4th and 5th round. Why not Boreham Wood? Have them dreams, have them aspirations, and this group, need to ensure we be professional against Wimborne. It's going to be tough. Going to be real tough. We need to ensure we're professional. That's all I've kept saying to the group. As the week's gone on, we control the controllable, and that's what we can do and how we deliver on our performance.